Hi, this is a PinGenerator.com tutorial on how to create a solid color background text graphic. Once you log into your account and the image editor has loaded up, you will see this file creation dialog box. And for this, we are not going to upload an image from our computer. We are going to click on Create New. Now this box will come up. It shows what the dimensions you are choosing in pixels for your graphic. For things on social media or on pinning sites, you want somewhere between 400 and 800. Those are good dimensions. This is pretty decent, but what I'm going to do is make this a 500 pixels wide and 600 pixels high, so it'll be a vertical rectangle. Now hit create. Okay, and that is going to be the size of the image, 500 widthwise by 600 tall. Okay, so we have that, and that's just transparent right now. What I'm going to do is go over here to the upper left-hand corner to the tool button, click on that, and come down to Shapes over here in this left-hand column. Click on Shapes, then click on Rectangle. Then I'm going to close the Tools box. I'm going to come up here and move this over so you see. Here's the shape you've chosen. You can choose a color, any color on here. You can use this, choose colors there, and it will change. But I'm going to stay with black. For whatever reason, the black hasn't been defaulting to black right away. You kind of have to get in here and actually manually change it. Even if it's like not a true black once you choose it initially. So you have to come in and manually change this right down there in the corner. Should be all zeros there. Click choose. All right, now that is solid black. Now what we're going to do is use these toggles on the sides. If you see this 4 pointed arrow, it means you can just move the whole thing. But when you see this double pointed arrow, you can use that. Click and extend that out. Click again to activate the shape again. Use that, extend that out. Click on it again to activate it. Use that toggle up there, and then one last one. Bring this down. Okay, let's see. Yep. So now you have your solid color background that you can layer type and fonts over, which we will do now. Go back to the tool button, click on that. This left-hand column, you're going to click on text, pick a font. Here are the font categories. You have handwriting, serif fonts. There are sans serif, meaning no serifs. Display, which are kind of bolder fonts, which are actually great for text graphics. But actually, I'm going to use serif. And over here, there's a white slider, so you can scroll. And that I am going to open sans condensed. Moving that out of the way, I'm closing the tools. Okay, so once you pick a font, this shows up. You double click in it, and then you can take that out and type in whatever you like. Which I will do now. Create. It's an Einstein quote. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Okay, so now you can see that this is really small up in the corner. You want this to fill in there better. So if you come over to this text dialog box and you have the font size slider, you can enlarge that to whatever you like. It's pretty good. That right there. I'm not crazy about the space in between the lines of text. So over here, you might have trouble seeing it, but over here above the save button, there's a line height button. You can adjust that. You don't have to use just these arrows because that's 2, that's 1. The difference is ridiculous. So, you can actually get in here and put 1 point and manually type in like 1.5, 1.2. But for this, I'm going to stick with 1. I like that. But I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. That there. You can use this border to kind of gauge if what you have made is centered. There it is. Also, you have these justifying selections. This is justified left. Click that. Justified center. That's centered. Justify right. But I like it with this left justification for now. All right, so there's that. That is a solid background text graphic right there. If you want to add a second font, a different font, perhaps put Einstein as the quote down here, the person quoted. For this, you have to collapse this to use a second font, which you don't have to do if you create a text graphic from an uploaded image, which I'll show in another tutorial. But right now what we're going to do is to collapse this, go up to the tools box, click on it, move this thing, go to basics, select merge, click merge. Now this is just one image. It isn't a separate background and then the text on top of it. This has been collapsed down. It is one image. Now we can go back to text, pick a font. I didn't mention this either. These are different pages of fonts in each category. So you can just keep scrolling through tons and tons of fonts. But I'm going to go with this Roboto. Hence, close the tools box. I have some room to move. Double click on here. Scroll back. Albert. That. Take all of that out. And that's really big in relation to the graphics, so I'm going to come over here to the font slider and make it smaller. That's pretty good. I'm good with that. Save. I can move this right down here. There, that's not bad. One other thing. There's a slider back here behind there that you can use to change the size on the screen. It doesn't change the size of the graphic, but it's so you can see better and have a better perspective of what you've made. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's all set. I can either merge this down to this one, or I can just go to save, and once it's saved as a JPEG, it'll merge it down for me. So that's what I'm going to do. All you have to do now is you've created your graphic, click on save. JPEG is selected here. You can create a name for your image, whatever you want. And all you do, quality 8, that's pretty good. You probably don't want it less than 8 for a JPEG. But you can make it 10 or 12, whatever you want. Then click save, and it'll be downloaded to your downloads on your computer, and then you can upload it wherever you want. And that's pretty much it for a solid color background text graphic. That was with 2 different fonts. Okay, there'll be another tutorial on creating image background text graphics. See you then.